Welcome. I won't read it all. Episode 6, I think. We're doing well. Welcome to Adam and Mike and Dave's show that no one else wants to be a part of.
Welcome.
Oh, I see the picture. We took a week off last week, but we're back. Mike, thanks for being the catalyst, the glue that keeps us together.
Hey, we do what we can.
It's true. I mean, I was like, maybe they won't text. And then you texted. I was like, I want to do it. I'm glad he texted.
No, because we know what the 2 week gap turns into. So
Yeah, we won't be the first episode of
it'll
2026.
be, first of next year's draft. Yeah.
So we are coming in blind here. I don't know. We had a few more views. I think people care about us a little bit more last time we did this. So if we force it on them, Mike had a really funny was that last one? Might have been the 2 episodes prior where you said,
Yeah.
"Ooh,
That
what
we were
Dave
going to get
said."
canceled. And I just picked a random timestamp
Yeah. He's
and
like,
said
"Ooh, what
that.
Dave said at this time gonna get us canceled or something." Well, let's start off. Is anyone drinking anything? What are we drinking?
Soda. What am I looking at?
Helicopter Dad. I like that. Interesting. I have a long weekend, Mother Earth Brewery. Mike, you may have heard of it. It's in Kinston, North Carolina.
Okay.
I haven't heard
Adam,
Mother Earth in a while.
yeah,
They have the Endless River, the Kolsch.
I've been doing the IPA. They have a variety pack with their, I guess they do multiple IPAs now. So I've been doing that at the old Lowe's Foods. Do you know Lowe's Foods? Is that up there?
I don't know that one.
You can order a beer at the bar and then shop with a beer. Interesting.
I guess I'll be doing my grocery shopping in North Carolina
Yeah,
now.
come on down.
Yeah.
All right. So no agenda, but we know what we'll do. We'll give some feedback on the fantasy standings as well as MLB standings and see what happens here, what magic we
Yeah.
can create. But Mike, lead us off with what you have. You have a couple.
So, yeah, actually wanted to lead off with a softball story. College Women's College World Series going on right now. The Texas Tech pitcher, Najari Kennedy, has pitched every inning of the College World Series for Texas Tech, 495 pitches so far, starting again tonight. And out of the 10 games they played in the tournament, she started the last nine. So I believe she's making $1 million in NIL this year and 700 next year to stay at Texas Tech.
Isn't that crazy?
700 million next year?
No, 1,000.
Was that kind of Dr. Evil? That money doesn't even exist.
Yeah, they actually told her, yeah, we'll give you that.
But so okay, few things. One, I'm happy for softball girl getting NIL
Yeah.
money. That's great.
Yeah, I can't wait
Softball
to hear
girl.
like Angel Reese's take on it.
Right. I'm sure she'll let you know. She
Yeah.
certainly will let everyone know, I'm sure. But then the second part, I think I heard about that. She gave up a home run. It was like the first earned run she's given up, and it was a 3-run bomb
Hmm.
last game. I don't know if they ended up losing or not, but I did see the home run against, I forget, maybe I forget, I'm blowing it, but I know that
Yeah.
as you brought her up, I was nodding because I was like, I just saw something about her.
That's what I just saw today. I'm like, I gotta break this is like I'm like, this is crazy, right? I don't really follow softball, but it seems like it's nuts.
Yeah. Adam, I noticed you said softball girl. Should I say lady? Lady in the Lady Red Raider?
Or
Lady
her
Raider.
name.
I couldn't pronounce her name. No way. Softball girl is sticking.
And then we'll bring it back to baseball. So big prospect debut this week. Jack Caglione, first baseman for the Royals. He was, I think, the number one overall prospect, getting ready to get called up. So not a great start so far, but now the two next up are going to be Roman Anthony for Boston and Bubba Chandler.
Oops.
But we don't know when they're going to get called up yet. Soon, probably. Um, for Adam, Cubs outfielder Pete Crow Armstrong is currently the third ranked outfielder in Roto. So we love to talk about Roto in our league.
Tom
Uh,
does his
and
self-esteem
then
boost.
the Rays shortstop Taylor Walls was ejected for tapping his helmet this
I
week,
saw that video. That was awesome.
and he was
Really?
not happy. Yeah,
Well,
he
Well, then
basically
also
it,
didn't Manfred. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, it was like a bad call, and he was like this, like he was adjusting his helmet, and then he just did like a little like sneaky tap, and then the guy was just like, all right, and then he lost his mind.
It was a not to Adam, I think you have something to say, but I watched it and he was like tentative. I wish he was more like
It wasn't, yeah, he wasn't really like demonstrative about it. That's why he could have been like, no, I didn't do it,
Well, it's like
kind of bitch
showmanship
move.
too. Like not really trying to show the umpire up, but at the same time, like that sucked.
Yeah,
they better have this next year because the
Well, that's what
umpire
Manfred
call.
said. So how are you going to eject a guy when the commissioner is coming out and saying that they're going to have it next year?
yeah,
Right. This is their last with the swan song for the home plate
The
umpire.
last ump show.
yeah,
It's bad. I feel like it's worse this year. Every year I say that, it must be like if we looked at this year compared to like maybe 6 years ago, if you just went not looking at the years between, I would, with no data in front of me, would say they're worse now. I think it's almost like on purpose sometimes.
Yeah,
yeah,
my friend Nick says he's a real big cynic and he thinks it's deliberate for them to make the shift. Like they have to be this bad to give ammunition for the MLB to make the shift.
God,
yeah. That makes
I
sense.
hate conspiracy theories, but that's right. That sounds so good. They're
They're
bad.
all part of a union. They're getting paid.
Yeah,
They don't get any flack like after the game. Like, when's the last time you saw like an umpire in a press conference talking about a bad call? I don't think I
Did you guys
ever.
watch the John Boy on the Pirates this week?
I
No.
did not.
McCutchen goes a whole half inning of actually a whole inning of just standing at the top step of the dugout staring at the home plate umpire. So it's bases loaded, two outs. I forget who the Pirates were playing. A good team, Yankees maybe, or maybe Dodgers or somebody. But Henry Davis is up to bat, so a catcher who knows the strike zone, and they like throw a pitch, and it's not a strike, but the pitching team's dugout is like chirping, and the ump is even like, "Hey, knock it off." But then as like a compensation call, there's like a low and inside pitch beneath the knees, bases loaded, two outs, they're down one. And it's like ball four should be walk like a tying run in. Instead, he calls a strike and like ends the threat in the bottom of the eighth. And McCutchen just like stares from that point on, just at the umpire the entire ninth inning. And then John Boy is great because he does like they cut the camera angle away, but when the game ends, the umpire has to walk exactly past McCutchen. And like there are like pop-ups and stuff, and McCutchen is just like the entire dugout's looking at where the ball goes, and McCutchen's just staring. And then the umpire, like John Boy says, like this guy's new. He just got his contract selected this year. He's like a young ump. But then he like, has to like walk right past McCutchen. He just like runs down the tunnel and like avoids the entire Pirates dugout, which I thought was pretty funny to see.
You think the umpire felt it? Like that sixth sense? Even if he never looked over and saw it, he felt it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And McCutchen's not like a scrub. Like he's been around the game long enough and probably a Hall
hmm
of Famer.
Well, think about that from a different perspective. The Pirates having someone who's over the hill comes back to Pittsburgh just to make money and be a part of whatever it was. But for him to stand up for that young team, Henry Davis is a prospect that hasn't really worked out.
yeah,
And him standing up for his team in this comical way, Pirates, they need some good vibes in Pittsburgh, and that's a really good the team together.
Yeah.
Someone's ringing our doorbell. I'm not
yeah.
kidding.
And I didn't write this down, but the Soto shuffle's back.
Is it?
It's back, baby.
He's hitting. He is hitting better.
Yeah, he actually did. They played 4 games against the Dodgers, split 2 out of 4. So, um, but he seemed. I mean, Soto seems happy. So whatever. If he doesn't care, I don't care. And
Better be
they're
happy
playing
for their
well. So
$765 million.
hey,
He,
I would be very happy.
I saw a video of him with the water bottle,
Yeah,
and that's where I was like, okay, everything's fine. The media tries to tell you things, and he's playing with his friends on the end of the dugout, and everyone's trying to. Have you seen this, Adam? They're all trying
yeah,
to do that water bottle flip. No one can do it, and then he tries first time, gets it. It's a walk off.
yeah. It's Lindor's the heart of that team for sure. He keeps everybody even keel. I think.
You need that.
Yeah,
Well, he's always got a smile on his face and not the creepy smiles. He's just happy,
Two
good or
years
bad.
ago, that wasn't the case when they just sucked.
Well,
Yeah,
he was bad. Like his first year with the Mets, he wasn't good. And I
Yeah.
thought it was a bust. You're like, oh no. But now, I mean,
yeah.
last year and this year, it's like, oh no, he's fine.
But what's his contract? Like 300, even south of 300 for 10 years or
It
something?
is a little less, I believe, than 300. I would say 275 is my guess, but that was like he signed before these contracts. Right
Yeah.
now he's worth that 400 probably.
Yeah, Lindor makes like the Rays, and then Soto makes like the A's
Yeah.
plus,
Yeah,
contract
that's
wise.
true. That's funny. Yeah. Um, anything else? Any other news notes?
Tonight is the mark of the season where the Red Sox play the Yankees for the first time this season. And the Red Sox stink now, but they beat two out of three out of the team who should not be named tonight. And then they play next week, and then they don't play again until August, and that's the only time the Sox and Yankees play all year.
Is that right?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't have to talk about tonight's game though. We could just go. We could just go past that.
It's already 5-0. Holy
It's
shit.
actually 7-7 nothing
Red Sox or Yankees?
Yankees.
Yankees, and it's
Yankees.
not.
Wow.
It's. I didn't start Walker Bueller tonight. It's okay.
I feel like you did. It's funny you don't want to, Adam. Me and you were playing, and Bryce Miller came off the IL, and you left him on the IL, and I was like, "That's a savvy move." But in my head, I was like, "He's moving." I don't think he meant to do that, but it actually worked because he gave up 5 and 4 1/3 or something.
Yeah, I let him go because my ERA is pretty good this week so far, and I need the strikeouts if he can get any. So I lucked out. I was getting close to wanting to drop Zach Gallen, and he had a great start the other night. So
Against who?
I don't know, Dave.
I won't say it. Um, I say all this, and I'll be up there. I'll be fucking watching them tonight. I just know it.
Yeah,
But all right. Well, let's talk, Adam. Me and you had a nice conversation the other day. We were filling in on everything under the sun except our fantasy matchup, which was generally pretty close. And then I'm not usually the one that does this, but on the weekend it flipped towards me. I, you always want that Sunday or Saturday, Sunday flip to happen because, like, even right now, I'm getting crushed by loot, and I'm like, oh no, I'll turn it around, and it never happens, but it did happen against you. Thoughts?
I think you said it perfectly. It did happen against me, which is the summary of my season.
Yeah, don't worry. I got Adam on Sunday. That's all right.
Even this week, man, like I think my team had 10 RBIs on Monday night, and my team I did not draft for power, and I'm crushing every offensive category except for strikeouts, the one I did go for. And my pitching ZRA is at 5, and I have you know who, Bryce Miller, hoping to lead the charge tonight to lower my whip and ERA, but I'm tied with Chad because my pitching has just fucking sucked. Thank you, Spencer Strider, and thank you, Bryce Miller. And even Shane Baz and Max Meyer, who even ESPN gave up on Max Meyer because he's hurt apparently and on the IL, and they won't even update what he hurt because he's not really hurt. He just sucks.
You go on the IL.
Um, so that's how I feel. That's my take.
Where are you at in the standings?
I'm in 12th, thanks.
Oh yeah. Well, good thing is you're above Kyle. I always want to bring that up. Whenever every week I'm just gonna if he watches, who knows if he listens or watches to this. Watches or listens to this. Um, Kyle once told me he had drafted the best team in 2025. And if he was talking to Kevin, he could be right by a half a game, 425 winning percentage. So
He continues to drop players that Paul will just pick up and continue to make his push toward dominance.
that's
Oh,
what
Adolis
happened.
Garcia is free? Okay, I'll add him. Oh, wow, he is hot again?
Oh, he dropped him? I didn't know if he dropped
I
him.
would drop him too. The Rangers wanted to drop him, except they actually have to pay him money.
I did say they're gonna like I think I read that Dallas is not gonna get the playing time anymore, right? Like he's not gonna be an everyday guy.
They said that, and then he started playing again.
And Simeon, someone dropped him or Kyle. and he had 2 homers last night.
Yeah.
And Chad picked him up, but he hopefully will not catch me in home runs. But it's only Friday, so
Chad also, I dropped Spencer Steer, which was a really hard decision for me because he was supposed to be a 30-100 guy and has done absolutely nothing. But Chad, we know, is a Reds fan, and there was another
we
Red.
did not know, but now we know.
But if you didn't, now you know. Can I put it India is a Reds fan, and he dropped India, I believe, and then picked up 2 Reds that were out there, Steer being one of them. I think he picked up another one.
He dropped India to pick up Simeon and then dropped Simeon to pick up India. And then Paul picked up Simeon.
Oh, Paul, man. Paul just lives on that waiver wire. It's impossible to beat people. You actually, Adam, I'm going to talk shit about you for a minute. You picked up that Yankee pitcher, and I've been watching him, and they hadn't announced his next start. And I was like,
Yarborough?
yeah, and I'm working on Kershaw. Like, is he ever going to go 6? He's in that kind of like, he's walking 3, and then they're like, maybe he'll get through 5. That's where I'm like, but I gave up on McCullers and of who picked him up, Paul, and he's throwing like awesome now. And I'm like, I can't give up Kershaw yet because someone will pick him up. But I was looking for Yarbrough. I don't have anyone else I want to drop. It's like really it's Kershaw. And I look, I'm like, okay, I'll get him now. And then I was like, oh, and it has that like trade, instead of
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
And you're like, son of a
Hmm.
bitch.
That's
Yeah.
how I felt about Noah Cameron, Mike. I was like, oh, no
I
one
don't
knows
know
this
how
guy.
this fucking guy is unbelievable. He's going over 6 innings every start so far.
I
Uh,
thought Bubich too. Like
one or
shout out
no.
to Testa. I thought
Yeah.
Bubich would make at a couple starts through the waiver wire before he got picked up, and Testa had him immediately.
Yeah, and I've had some lucky waiver wire guys lately. I picked up Soderstrom's been hot and Bo Bichette heating up a little bit.
Bichette, I'm surprised people had dropped him. Did you have him, Adam? Or did Keith?
He was the soul of my team. Bish should have my money,
Mm,
honey.
honey.
And yeah, he hit a home run the day I dropped him.
So I only picked him up because I have Ellie De La Cruz is on bereavement all weekend, so he won't play this weekend at all. He's not hurt, but I needed a shortstop, so saw he was on the wire. But
He just has a
now I
lot of
might,
RBIs. That's I was kind of like
yep.
he's got like almost 40 RBIs.
And then I'll have to make a decision coming up this week because I have Yuri Perez coming back from the IL. So
Did you
excited
start
about
him
that.
tonight?
You might drop Ellie.
No, I didn't start Ellie.
You drop him.
That's not happening.
Yuri started tonight.
He's no, he's starting Monday, I think.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but if he is starting tonight, I did not start him.
Mind games. Let's talk about the standings. Let's talk about chicks, man. Anyone get that reference? No?
The soup?
Yes. Mike, you're like, nope, I can't even make that. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you're number 1 on the record chart week after week, just dominating first place. Give us your thoughts.
Uh, Happy to be here. Glad to be at the top right now. Having a good week so far.
Are
Um,
you? Who are you playing?
Good, Kevin.
Oh, oh,
So it was pretty tight, and then I had a 5 home run day yesterday, I think. So I had two home runs from Paredes and two from Soderstrom and one from Bichette. So
who the fuck is Soderstrom?
that
Athletics,
dude,
first baseman.
Oh, I drafted him. So that's where he
He's
is.
on your team, man.
yeah.
Forgot the
Um,
word words.
so Schwellenbach, Schwellenbach that thing up, climbing. This is the highest test has been in years. I don't think he's ever tasted 6th place, let alone 2nd.
He's tasted a lot of dick for hitting, though.
Oh yeah, glad he changed the name. Little play off your shit though. I don't think it's as good as your Schwellenbach name
Timeout. I had an option to choose between him and Spencer Strider, and I obviously chose poorly
so far.
forever.
So far.
Well, Schwellenbach, I was the one. I'm sorry. I think I was the one that aided you in that decision
Yeah,
during the
you
buyout.
were, you bully.
But Schwellenbach, I did not see this coming. Usually it's a sophomore slump. Who knew a guy who pitched 14 times in minors would do what he's doing? One of the
I said I was going
bright,
to keep him. Dave was like, "No, you shouldn't keep him." Oh, really? Because he's just the 10th best pitcher in fantasy?
he's going to get hurt. I can
Adam,
trade him.
nobody going into the season would have decided to keep Spencer Schwalbach.
Revolutionary, Mike.
Yeah.
About Keston Hira. Still
What
a,
about Junior Caminero, Pesta?
oh wait, before, all right, Keston Hira is still in the league. He's on the Rockies.
So
FYI.
was Orlando Arcia.
They're fighting for minutes.
And they just won their first series. Is that a coincidence?
They swept the Marlins.
Well,
Adam, tell us about Caminero. Get it out
I'll
there.
leave that. Well, here, I'll just to sum it up quickly. I'll go through my text. Testa will get a kick out of this. This is an auto-generated alert. Caminero, home run, parentheses 15.
Oh man. I'm
And so
looking
I just sent him this back.
up higher, higher. Somebody kill me. But a bullet in my head. Yeah, I'm
He
looking
said
at
no.
numbers.
He's trying to trade me a catcher, and then he was like, "Do you want Kami?" And I was like, "Who's that?" And then I asked him a day later because he's off the radar, and he goes, "Tough to put a price on the best young player in baseball." I said, "I can put a price on him free."
Well, just test it. I mean, he honestly will grab all the young players, and I think there's a pedophilia joke in there.
Oh,
But he will,
there's never a prospect he didn't like.
right. So
But
he hit
yeah.
on one, and now he's just going to make sure everyone knows.
Well, even Bubba Chandler, I had him. I stashed him and then dropped him because it seemed that they were never going to call him up. And guess who has him rostered?
Test it. You know, Paul has that first baseman you were talking about because I looked up on that Royals. Of course, Paul has a Royal, but
Yeah.
he found him before I could even think about it. Wow, yeah, I'm looking at Caminero's stats here. Is he a rookie?
Yeah, he's like 22. He
That's
would go like
still
one for
good.
four or 0 for 4 and like once a week hit a home run. And I was like, I can do better. I'll just get Josh Young.
The
Yeah,
Rangers.
Caminero is very streaky.
Yeah.
Well, Testa's team is actually with Caminero. He's got Alonso, Seager, Riley Green's been having a good year. Corbin Carroll has been great.
Not last year.
No, and that's what like he kept him still. So I did. Me and Testa haven't talked much, but I did say good job keeping him because he's definitely turned the corner now. Um, but he also picked up like Luke dropped Salvador Perez. He's hitting like he's got like multiple hits, but he's not what he once was. Salvi.
He was great for me last year.
He was a 40 home run guy, 40 like back-to-back seasons. Um, all right, so we got Mike, first place, loves hearing it. Testa, second. Paul, third. You think Paul's pissed that Testa is above him? Paul, you just been, I don't know if Paul listens to this, but Paul has been just near the top constantly. And he was beating me, and I lost like 6-5-3 to him, but that was like a win. You know, when you lose and you think it's a win, that was one of those
Mm.
because it wasn't going well. And then somehow I lost by one. But so Paul's team is getting scary, or you're telling me all these people he's picking up now. Simeon's there, Bryce Harper. He picked up this, so he dropped, similar to what you said about India being dropped and picked up by Chad with Hunter Goodman, this catcher for the Rockies, who's great. He dropped him and then picked him up the same day. Then he has Acuna, who's obviously healthy now.
He had the priority waiver, the waiver priority on Goodman because I was going to try and get him.
Oh, so he dropped him and then picked him up just because he was up top, he could get him. Okay. Because he's benching Will Smith for Hunter Goodman
The only Rocky we can name besides Orlando Arcia
and Keston Hira.
and Keston Hira.
Yeah, looking at McCullers numbers here really hurts when that happens. You try to like Like Spencer Steer, you drop him and you're like, yeah, I'm never gonna look at his shit
Yeah,
again.
don't
And
don't look.
it's hard. You just don't, you want to see him fail, and you start like calling his family and threatening him, right? Right? No? Oh, okay, just me. That would be stupid. No. Um. All right, so Paul's in third, and then I'm tied with Lute in fourth, but he's crushing me right now, so it might not end well. Lute's team's not great. I'm not. I mean, I talked shit on last pod about his team, but he keeps beating me. We both have 7 ERAs, so
Yikes.
that's fun. He has Scooble going tonight, so that should go well for me. And
Against the Cubs, though.
right now, let me see.
He just gave up a run in the sixth.
So
Make
he
Andy hard.
yeah. Second and 9. So
Can we
5
talk
and
about too his complete game that he threw, Scooble?
oh yeah,
94
Against me?
pitches.
was that again? He well, his last pitch was 103 miles an hour.
Yeah, 94 pitches.
Oh yeah, Maddox. So my neighbor's
Yeah.
a Tigers fan. That's all he was talking about to me. I'm like, dude, you're burning. I can smell your grill. It's burning. And he's just like, but Scooble. But everything Detroit comes from my neighbor.
I
Yep,
mean, it's a good year to be a Detroit fan.
Yeah,
Lions, almost.
almost ran into
Tigers. Are the Red Wings even still a team?
I
no.
believe so, but they're not very good.
And then what's the other? Do they have another?
The Pistons
Pistons.
actually were
Oh
terrible.
yeah,
They were the laughing stock of the NBA, and they made the playoffs.
they actually gave the Knicks a run. That was close. There was like a couple games there could have went either way.
How about the Pacers last night?
Unbelievable.
They were
Halliburton.
down 10 the entire game, 12, 13 the entire game, and then just insane. Which I heard a
Every
cool
game they're
stat.
yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I want to hear
You
the
guys
stat.
go. Hold on. We got 10 minutes here. I'm gonna pee real quick. Go.
Okay.
Well, so the last time that a team was down that many in a finals game and came back to win was
Hmm.
like the 2015 Mavs,
Yeah.
and their coach was Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
And then the Pacers also have Rick Carlisle. It's just like
Yeah, every
crazy.
stat from their run this postseason, it's like no team has done that. Like, but down 9 with that much time left, they're like 800 or something like that before last night's game.
Well, the one against the Knicks, I think, I mean, last night's most impressive because the Thunder are like a
Yeah,
juggernaut and really defensively rounded. But the one against the Knicks was like Reggie Miller-esque.
yeah,
There was like 58 seconds left and they were down 9 and won.
yeah. They shouldn't have even gotten that many possessions. That's what is crazy every time they do this. And Carlisle, yeah, is he the best head coach ever that nobody ever talks about?
Yeah, seriously. Wasn't he, didn't he get a quick run with LeBron in LA too?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Who are you playing this week in fantasy?
Chad, and I just will win every offensive category and lose every pitching. I'm
We
pitching
need
Bryce
people to
Miller
make.
specifically just for K's tonight.
Yeah, we need more trades. Everybody out there
I tried.
makes.
I got a fever.
And the only the only prescription.
I think the problem is a lot of our teams all need the same thing.
Yeah. Me and Kyle were talking on the phone the other night. It was Kyle's birthday on the 2nd, and we were talking and really just commiserating. And he's like, everywhere I look, he's like, everyone needs the same thing, so it
Yeah,
doesn't really help. And Kyle's the artist of the trade, the
Yeah,
yeah.
artist of the deal.
I'll just scream for I want all the your players. How about that for I was trying to get Mookie and I thought we were close. And I think
You thought wrong.
then he asked for Cal Raleigh. Yeah, just throw in Cal Raleigh. Um, I got to give Chris some credit here. He's growing here. R.I.P. Oakland. Making
If he exists, it might just be Scott.
I heard his voice once. It didn't sound like Scott. That's when I asked him if he still wanted to be in the league. He was moving to Seattle. He was actually in the middle of the move. And he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'll give up my spot if you have." I was like, "Dude, you're in. It's up to you. We don't know you, but we like you because you're quiet."
No
This could
longer a
be. He
bottom
could
dweller.
be just anybody. It could be like a catfish situation.
It's true. What was that guy's name? The Notre Dame linebacker?
Manti Te'o.
Mateo, yeah.
So now we know Manti Te'o's in our league.
Yes, or his girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
So Chris is Manti Te'o's girlfriend. That's we got there.
Yep.
Um, he is right behind Patrick, who has been every week we talk about Patrick. He's making moves. He was dead last.
Not sustainable.
You don't think so?
It's Patrick.
He has Otani. So Otani's going to start pitching soon.
That's when he'll become the fall guy again.
Yeah.
He he also has Jordan on the IL. He's got, and he's still doing this without them. No Zach
Otani
Eflin.
has like 55 runs already, doesn't he?
Otani, let me look it up.
Yeah, Patrick, does he
65.
have how many relief pitchers does he have this year?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'll get there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me read Otani's.
Yeah.
He has 295 average, 65 runs, 23 homers, 39, only 39 RBIs. I thought he had more than that, and 11
Hits
stolen bases.
leadoff, right?
Yeah.
And all 25 home runs are solo shots.
It's
And
incredible.
430 plus feet.
Yeah.
It's technically a down year. That's more than my team. So
It's credit.
relief pitchers, one, two, three, three.
Oh, all right.
You count him like Ben Stiller counts like Bruce Springsteen?
Huh, two, three, huh. He is sitting one, but Hauser's a starter, I believe. Yeah. Adrian Hauser, the old Donovan McNabb, puke on the field.
Have you seen Adrian Hauser's lines this year, though? He has like an under one whip and three start. He's only started three times, but it's like pretty impressive.
Is he still on the Brewers?
He's on the Sox at White Sox, I think.
Oh,
Was he a Met too, Mike?
I think for a minute. Yeah.
he is a White Sox. Yeah. You know, you say White Sox. He is a White Sox. He is a
Yeah.
Red Sox. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
Can I paint his shoe gold?
I love gold. All right, under 5 minutes here. Anything we want to talk about? We got to the bottom here, Adam. We talked about your team. Tom technically rising.
Hey, 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 hey. Show some respect.
It's true. You got five on it. Your ERA. It's
What's my ERA this matchup?
I can't click fast enough here. Your ERA is 4.91 under the five.
Well, Bryce Miller goes in just under an hour, so
Um, Torkelson at yard. That'll help Scooble. Um, anything else? We got 4 minutes. Anything else we want to talk about here?
What I'm watching, watched Sinners recently.
Is it good?
It's phenomenal. Very
Okay.
good movie. Yep.
I saw Tom put it on Plex. That's how I.
Yeah, it's good. Highly recommend. For all the Michael B. Jordan heads out there.
the
Adam,
soundtrack's great.
Yes.
a lot of SZA.
Ludwig. Ludwig Göransson.
I don't know what that means, but
He's like the hot composer now.
oh,
He does like the Nolan started doing Nolan films.
well, he better stop and let the other guy do them.
Now
What's the other
Zimmer
guy?
still gets
Trent
Hans Zimmer still
Reznor
gets
or
work.
Hans Zimmer,
Yeah.
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 He did Lion King. That's all I need to know. Hans Zimmer. Adam, anything you're watching? I know you just moved to Connecticut. You don't have TV.
I haven't watched anything since Soko was born.
Okay. Love the positivity. Um, I've been heavy on hockey. I've just been watching Christina said the other night, last night, are you watching hockey tonight? And I love that. It was like a compliment. I was like, I'm a hockey guy. My wife gets it. And I went, no, they're not on tonight. I have to watch the fucking Braves. I promised I wouldn't say.
Did it. He did it.
Almost. Maybe
37
37-minute mark. Um, yeah, so hockey. I don't even know who I'm rooting for. I think, when you watch a game and you don't really have a team, but you kind of like
Yeah.
let the heart tell you.
Yeah.
I did that. I think my heart was for Edmonton, but I do think Florida's great. I think
Yeah.
Florida can fuck off. I'd like to see Edmonton win. They have a bunch of young guys.
Yeah. taken too much from Carolina Hurricanes. I
I don't
can't
like
let
the
them get.
Kachuk brothers either. I think they're great for hockey, but I don't like to root for
Mm,
them.
Um, they are a little like, from what I read, the Panthers are a little cheap shot trying,
abrasive.
but they made the Hurricanes look like the Philadelphia Phantoms. I mean, it was like, what the hell?
They did not look like they belonged at all.
So that
Check your scorecards. Did you hear the Philadelphia Phantoms being referenced tonight?
no, no, you did
Or the
not.
Trenton Titans?
Yeah, so yeah, we have Hunter Goodman, Phantom, damn it, Philadelphia Phantoms, the Phantom Philadelphians, and all right, yeah, so that's it. Really hockey for me. We're still trying to finish Maisel. I have Andor on my list for dads only. Christina will not watch. And then, yeah, I guess I want to invite everyone. If anyone watches, you can come on the pod. We want you. Help
I do
Yes,
us.
have
join
a
us.
call for John Boy to do a deep dive into whatever the hell happened between Tyler Anderson and the
Yes.
first base coach of the Red Sox.
Yeah,
It was
Apparently, he
muted,
accused
right?
them of stealing signs.
I think it's coming soon, probably.
Yeah, we
Because
need
it got
more.
bigger. Like
And
Cora
then
got
Alex Cora is just drinking matcha in right field, talking to Tyler Anderson after it. It's like fire Cora
Yeah.
already. He
he doesn't look like he cares, right?
no.
No, and they're
Did
talking
Snicker
about
look like he
trading
cares?
my boy. They might be trading Jaron Duran too now.
I
Yeah,
saw
who expressed the Phillies or
Padres.
Pods?
Yeah.
well, we're under a minute. This was great. It goes quick every time. I will see you guys next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
We invite
Everybody
you
join
all.
the pod.
Come join. We want you. Join. All right,
Join
I gotta hit
us.
buttons. I can't do that until it ends. I have to hit the button.